Then I remembered the other passengers. I must stop the bus. I staggered to my feet and willed myself to walk to the driver. He must have sensed me coming, because he turned to face me, and never have I seen such a face filled with such malevolence. He raised a hand and pointed first in my direction, and then towards the seat which was directly behind him. It was as though another person was in my body, making my legs move, and I saw that I was indeed stepping towards the indicated seat. Now I felt the mood had changed. I no longer felt sleepy, but more alive and aware of all that was around me than I had felt for some time. It was as if the demon driver, for that was all he could be, was letting me see and feel all that was happening, and all that was about to happen. My body felt leaden, and I just had to sit and watch the road ahead over the driver's shoulder. Moments later the traffic suddenly thinned out, and the streetlights became wider apart. Soon we were tearing along with only the headlights to show a path through the still slashing rain. In the distance I could just make out the glow of lights that puzzled me, until I saw that they illuminated the entrance to a tunnel. We plunged into it, and instantly the rain stopped. To my horror, I saw that the walls were turning a rich red, and then it steadily brightened to crimson, and then a ruddy yellow flickering flame-like pulse. With a soundless rush of air that throbbed in the ears, the bus erupted from the tunnel into a large arena and stopped. Surrounding this were rows of ascending tiers of seats, each one occupied by a glowing figure, dressed in all sorts of robes, and each carrying a sharp-pointed trident. Every head carried a pair of horns that would have graced a fighting bull in any Spanish bullfight arena. A bell sounded a deep, sonorous note, and all the spectators stilled and looked in front of the bus. There, a plume of grey smoke was drifting up in front of the windscreen. It thickened and coiled. Soon it was changing, as I watched, into another demon, this one much larger and terrifying than any of the others. The smoke cleared away, and now I could see a stone table hung with black cloth, on which stood black candles. Even the flame was black against the red glow that lit the arena. Panic on realizing that this was an altar for a blood sacrifice, and that gave me the power to move. I tore open my shirt and pulled off the St. Christopher medallion that I always wore, and staggered to my feet. I leaned forward and slapped it onto the bare neck of the demon driver. The effect was instantaneous. The demon in front of me changed into a small balding man dressed in a dark green uniform. As he turned, I saw the public service vehicle driver tag pinned to his shirt. He collapsed in a dead faint and lay in a heap on the floor. The demons outside were twisting and swaying as they turned to flame and spiralled away into limbo. I felt the bus lurch and start sinking into the melting floor of the arena. I leapt into the driver's seat and frantically turned the starter key. The engine throbbed into life, and with a clash of gears I found first and floored the accelerator. The lights came on around us, and with a lurch, as though pulling clear of a quicksand, the bus, with its now very vocal passengers, wallowed out of the Liverpool exit to the Mersey Tunnel. The paper did not print the story, and I got some very odd looks from the editor. Nothing was said by the other passengers. What tales they told their families I don't want to know. All I can say is that if your car is in the garage and you have to wait in the rain at a bus stop, be very, very careful if a little yellow bus comes your way. Intro and outro music by kind permission of Freakman from Freesound. I do hope you enjoyed this. There will be more, much more.